about this, and it is kind of weird looking at it. On the 19th of October in Salem, Massachusetts, they're going to build the world's largest Ouija board with the called Ouijazilla, with the hope of summoning the world's biggest ghost. Now it's pretty funny because I was in Salem, Massachusetts only a little while back, and I hated the place. It was a horrible vibe about it. It was like it was like what I thought it was going to be like Glastonbury, but Glastonbury is actually much better. Because there's really good bookshops and stuff in Glastonbury. It's just like a horrible place, Salem, Massachusetts, with a horrible energy and creepy, just creepy. It gave me the creeps. So when someone told me about this Ouijazilla, I was thinking like, well, it's just a bit of a fucking joke, like it's a bit sophomoric, students having a laugh, just a kind of typical American gimmick. But then I started to think about the energy and the vibe that I felt in Salem, Massachusetts, and it was very dark and very creepy. There's toxic actually, there's toxic energy there. Now, we know that Ouija boards attract entities. Why they attract entities, I've covered this many times here. There is a familiarity about the actual Ouija board in terms of the entity world. It's like I said, it's like a stoner smelling weed in the distance. They will find where the weed is, or a shark smelling blood. Now it's the familiarity. There's nothing. It's just a board with letters on it. Yes and no. Goodbye. But that's all it is. That's not the power. The power is that its association is known to the other side. Now, will it attract the biggest demon there ever was? I don't know, because I think there's still the biggest demon there ever was, what I always talk about here, C333, in its presence form, is on the internet. That's why would you want to bother with the big Ouija board if you've got the biggest thing going anywhere, right? But however, I think that thing could produce massive swarms of entities. It depends on the way it's going about. Now, where's the irresponsibility of this? There's going to be children there. There's going to be mentally ill people there. There's going to be homeless people. Some will have addictions, mental health problems, alcoholism, and so on. There will be people, there's already that kind of nasty vibe there anyway. They're going to be in danger. So my attitude towards the Ouijazilla, gigantic Ouija board in Salem, Massachusetts, is that it's probably a bunch of morons who think it's funny. Ha 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 ha. And they won't affect anything. They're not going to bring in a Godzilla demon. But what they're going to do is they're going to make people who are in the area, children, people with psychiatric issues, homeless people, people with addiction problems, they're going to be possibly very vulnerable. Don't be surprised if you hear about a mass shooting, a load of suicides, some horrible event that takes place in Salem after this. There's also the other danger that these entities will move into Salem, feed on the nastiness of the place, and stay there. That's also, I know people have told me that that Salem had a big reputation for child trafficking and sex abuse up until the present. It has this reputation as being a place where powerful pedos in the Boston area, from like Harvard and all those top universities, go. They're handed. It's all arranged for the big pedos there. So yes, keep your eye on it. Don't think too heavily about the big ghost thing or a big demon, and consider really this thing in the context of psychic weather.